This is Cyberpunk. It is widely known for its brutalist elements that are mixed with bright neon tech, usually accompanied by dense fog or rainy weather. In the last few years, it has been rising in popularity with more and more people adapting that style to build in Minecraft. And so today, in my forever world, I want to start my very first Cyberpunk city. But before doing any of that, last episode we left off at this giant church that we made, and it is looking awesome. But from the inside, it's kind of a different story. It's looking pretty empty. Yes, that is a villager breeder with only one villager in it, so that does not work. So my suggestion is we just start right off with a time lapse and finish this whole interior. Alright, now that is a very nice church interior. As you can see, I don't know why I just did these random end draws in here, and I really like them. Now I kind of have this shape here. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the red. It kind of looks like creepy. It kind of looks evil, but yeah, I'm just a huge fan of these shapes, so I kept it. And yeah, overall, really nice interior. I am really loving what I did with the ceiling. I don't know what I was inspired by, but I definitely remember like these paintings on top of like walls or like on top of like ceilings. And I was like, you know what? A lot of like really cool churches have really special ceilings. So what can I do with a ceiling? And yeah, that's what I came up with. Looking pretty cool. I do like it. But yeah, also really loving the signs as a fencing. I wrote a bunch of quotes in there because, you know, it's a church, and yeah, I kind of want to have stuff to do with it. So yeah, definitely got that. And then some random greenery. I don't know why, but it wasn't even in my schematic, but I thought, you know what, that just looks cool, so I just did that. It's not great for the vision for these people, but it's looking cool. But yeah, overall, love the building, as I do love churches. Also, this floor, I like AFK like 5 hours at the bee farm, because all of these things are beehives. Yes, all of these things are beehives. There's like 800 beehives in here. That was such a pain to get. But yeah, we got a pretty populated bee farm now, which is something that I was struggling with before. But anyways, guys, getting back to the main theme of the video, we have made a bunch of different buildings in a bunch of different styles in this world. One of my favorites is our Victorian starter house, as it is using a very unique architecture that I don't see a lot of people use, or at least I don't see it everywhere. And today I want to continue our streak with basically, you know, applying a different architecture each episode. So today we are going towards a more modern steampunk kind of vibe. And while we do have a robot in our world, which is kind of futuristic, it is not even close to cyberpunk. And to kind of not ruin the aesthetic of this world, I want to travel to our nether. Also, I have seen a lot of builders like Bowers, for example, build in a nether biome and use the different kind of fogs that come with it, and I was so inspired by it. So yeah, I want to build our first nether build, use the nice fog that comes with it. But ladies and gentlemen, before even doing that, we need a Froglight Farm, alright? So let's build that up real quick. Okay, so this farm has been a little bit of a headache as I lost 2 iron golems, but after replacing the chains with powdered snow, all of it worked. So how it works is magma cubes spawn, they hate the iron golem, so they jump towards him, as you can see, and he goes down under, and if he's a big slime, he would suffocate in the powdered snow, but since he's a small one, the frogs just instantly eat him, and that's how we get our froglights. So yeah, guys, if you see a farm with chains, don't use it. It does work. it does not work. Just put part of snow in there. But yeah, as you can see, we got some pretty good drops already, and I didn't really AFK there, but that is probably more progress than we will ever need. But guys, between the clip you just saw and this run literally right now are like 4 days or something, and well, I've been working a little bit. Yes, we basically have 99% of all the materials we will need for our cyberpunk city today. I do still need to collect some small annoying detail blocks, but that will be a pain while I build. You won't see that because we are jumping into a nice little time lapse right now. Welcome to Sunstain City. How did I come up with that name? Well, I asked ChatGPT for a name for a city where it's basically infinitely hot and you really don't want to live in there because just magma slime spawn everywhere. And that's what I came up with. I do like the name. Had to re-roll the chat a couple of times to get like a good suggestion. But I think Sunstain City is quite good. Also, we got a moving fan. Shout out Jake Kelton. And yeah, really lovely buildings as you can see. This isn't a typical cyberpunk you may see. It's more apocalyptic. I think it also like matches a bit more of the biome here. So, you know, no crazy neon tech and Japanese stuff. Just, you know, a bit more apocalyptic, a bit more brutalist. But as you can see, we have a huge spawn proofing problem. Magma cubes just spawn wherever they want, and someone actually told me that I should use buttons. I think it was the egg or bars. I don't know. One of those guys told me to use buttons for spawn proofing. And yeah, definitely have to do that. Because honestly, I didn't want to put carpet everywhere. Because, I mean, the road is already kind of ruined by this moss. It doesn't look great, let's be honest. And I really like the floor here. As you can see, we have one grand portal already now. And this is actually our church portal, as that is the only like portal that will stay in our world for now, because all the other ones are pretty much temporary. I just have random holy yeah, as you can see, we have a magma cubes problem. That just happened. Yep, that's cool. All right, Cliffby, get me to my items, dude. Hurry, man. But yeah, as you can see, that is our only portal that will stay, because that looks nice, looks cool. Why was there a random magma slime? Like, what? It's probably in our interest to make them all go in the same direction, right? So it's not so messy, I think. That looks so weird, but we're sticking with it. No going back now. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. It just looks really weird. What is wrong with this? Anyways, we're continuing this. Guys, how does that look? How does that look? Okay, so since our base is almost spawn proof now, there is one little thing we still have to build. You might have noticed it from the thumbnail. Honestly, I don't know how the thumbnail looks, but maybe you noticed it. We are building a sky train in here. A little bit inspired by bars, but I wouldn't say it's anything like his kind of trains. I don't know what they're called, but we are building these sky trains. So yeah, right in here, I'm excited. It's gonna have a nice little design. No functionality at all. I just want to have a train. So yeah, let's just whip that up real quick. Let's go. And there we go, guys. Our cyberpunk city has officially started. The very first schematic has been placed down. We got a nice road, we got power lines, a sky train, multiple buildings which don't have any use besides hiding off Froglight Farm. I'm kind of like contemplating what to do with this. I'm not sure what to do with this. This is our AFK spot. We could put a giant skyscraper in here, but I honestly think that's too much. I like the height we're going with right now for the city. And yeah, obviously, lovely city. I really like it. We have some pretty cool elements in here. I really like the sign, welcome to Sunstain City. I like the fan. I like all these details that we just have in here. I really like this shape. I just really like everything about it, to be honest. I am really happy with it. Lovely train, as you guys can see. Really nice. A lot of buttons up here to spawn proof. Also some attention to detail. Got some end rods down here. Looks pretty cool, I would say. Some nice windows. It's nothing crazy, but it definitely does the job well. It does it really well. But yeah, guys, I am so excited to finally have a cyberpunk city started. Really happy with this start here. And guys, let me know what you think about the biome I chose for the nether. Because honestly, it's not my most favorite, probably my least favorite, to be honest. But this is where nether is at, you know, this is where nether hub will be at, because, you know, this is where all portals are at. I just thought, you know, it doesn't make sense to just build in a biome with a fog, you know, but never have an actual use for it, if you get me, guys. So yeah, I chose this basalt, and I kind of want to lean more into the snowy vibe, to be honest. I'm not sure how I will do that, but honestly, it could be really interesting to see how it would look if we lean into the snowy vibe. Wait, no, I'm stupid. This is called Sunstain City. Yep, that's not... Yeah, no, that's not happening. We're not leaning into the snowy vibe, guys. I just realized that. It's called Sunstain City. What am I saying? Anyways, this is a really lovely base. But yeah, guys, if you're still watching, like the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a bit more of a short one, because honestly, I wasn't feeling like making a huge long episode. And you could consider getting a channel membership if you want to support me. That would be lovely. But yeah, besides that, I will see you all in my next video.